Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if this is your first time here. Today we're taking a heart frame from Dollar Tree and turning it into a teardrop. These are not the Dollar Tree heart frames, these are by Floracraft. They used to sell them at Walmart and maybe Joann's or something like that, but they're at Dollar Tree now, and all I did was take one, squeeze it in, pull it out so it is thinner and longer, and yes, I too wish that I could easily do that to myself. Now, at this point, I have no idea what I'm doing. Just put it out there. If you want to know the whole process about how we get from here to the finished wreath form, wreath base, you're going to have to watch the long version because I am just sitting down and trying to figure this out. I started off by putting 2 cross supports here because I knew I was going to need something to attach a pipe cleaner to attach the mesh to. And then I put another one at the bottom. Added some glue right there, and now I'm trying to figure out where my actual ties are going to go. And I know that I have 18 pieces of mesh, so I can put 18 on here. I only use 16, and then I go back and add a 17th, but I didn't use 18. So there's one going in the cleavage, there's one going on the support, one is going to go at the top of the heart, one is going to go down from there. They're about, I'm trying to get them like 4 inches apart because that's pretty standard. Put one on this support, one in between the 2 supports on each side, one at the bottom, one on each side in the middle. And then I think at this point there's like 16. I think there was less than that. Yeah, I think it was 13. This is 14, 15. Do I add another one? Yeah, I ended up adding one through the middle because I thought that was going to end up looking empty. So I put one right there. We're going to twist onto there to make another tie, and then the 17th one that comes in is going to go right above the one we put on first in the cleavage of the heart, if you will. And y'all, before we get into this, I just want to apologize if you hear any moaning or groaning. I am in a tremendous amount of pain, and I'm supposed to be in bed, and I can't sit in bed anymore. I can't lay in bed anymore, so I wanted to do something. So anything you hear is just my back killing me slowly. So I'm taking 20-inch pieces of mesh. This is actually 3 different meshes. They were all like almost done rolls. So I cut those down to 20-inch pieces, and because there's only 17 ties on this, you can actually cut them at 20 inches. I think you could actually cut them at like 21, but cut them at 20. Let's not go changing up the game now. And I would normally be putting both layers of mesh in at once, but I wanted to see what kind of shape I was going to get first. Because, again, it's not like I practiced this before I sat down. This video was originally like 2.5 hours long, just because it was so much of me like trying to figure it out and talking through it and trying to explain it. If you watch the long version tomorrow, or wait, let me see. Yeah, if you watch the long version tomorrow, I was looking at my schedule. If you watch the long version tomorrow, you can see that I sped through all of this ruffles putting in, because you know how to do that. You scrunch it up, you put it in there. Yeah, this was a feat, because I love those awareness ribbon swags I made, and I can't find the awareness ribbons anywhere. So I saw the hearts, and I was like, I bet you if I manhandle this enough, I might be able to do something. Alright, now I zoomed out some so you can see whether or not this is looking like a teardrop, which it kind of is. It still kind of looks like a big giant heart though. So now I'm going in with my decorative mesh, and I'm going to put that in the opposite way. Like if one's horizontal, I'm going to put the next one in vertical. And this ended up making a enormous swag. Like it is very full. It's very big. And I like the way it came out. I think it could be refined a little bit more, but for first try, you know, I have 10 more frames to work with. We'll see what happens. I got new glasses today and they do not fit. You know the part that like hooks behind your ear? It's like a good half-inch behind my ear. Like it's not hugging my ear, so they're not like staying on my head correctly. And I know I don't usually gripe in these short versions, but I give my doctor every year a handmade gift. No matter what it is, even if I don't have an appointment, I will make a point to go to the doctor's office and bring her a handmade gift. And I've been waiting for a response to a message I sent at 8:30 last night. It is now 4 p.m. the next day, and I still do not have a reply about getting some prednisone for my back. And I am extremely upset about it. I'm trying not to I don't know what to do, because my only options are waiting until she gets back to me or going to the emergency room, and I don't know. So yeah, that's why I'm just like, I have to do something. I mean, I can't make a wreath. I can't be moving around that much, but I can sit here and do a voiceover, I guess, even though this is pretty uncomfortable. I have to eat something for dinner anyway, and the pain medication I take is tearing my stomach up. I'm so nauseous. I want some kind of relief, and you can't message me back. That's not what this is about. This is about this giant thing that clearly is still a heart. I measured it, it's about 18 wide. It's about the same size as the mat, but I still think I could just ship it in my 22 by 22 boxes if I did it diagonally. I added a little hanger on the back there, because the frame is not that big. Like the deco mesh makes it that big, but the frame is not that big. So these are all my ribbon options I have, and I'm like, oh, I was like leery about doing this because I didn't know if I was gonna like the way it came out, so I didn't want to like waste a bunch of ribbon. I think I end up using the 2 stripes. We'll see. I just edited the long version of this and I don't even remember. That's 1 stripe. And I'm cutting these at 14 inches, and there's 12 ties along the outside, so I'm doing 6 of each. So the vertical green and the horizontal pink. And I'm just going to pair it with this plaid because I have 50 yards of it. Because I said, well, I could use 50 yards of this plaid. I've never bought a 50-yard roll of ribbon in my life. I don't know why I decided to make it a spring plaid. But we got it. Let's use it. You know, if I stay perfectly still and don't move, my back doesn't even hurt that much. It's just like a throbbing, never-ending agony instead of like, please kill me pain. Alright, so I'm using the alternating 2.5-inch ribbons, and then all the 1.5-inch ribbons are the plaid. And I'm just going around the outside because my bow, it's actually 2 bows, and my sign are going to cover up the entire center of this wreath. Get a little tea break. Oh, tea sounds nice right now. Also sleep. Tea and sleep. I want to go to bed. It's 4 o'clock and I want to go to bed. And I didn't get my nap in today because I had to go to the doctor, the eye doctor, to do some kind of test that he was like, oh yeah, we need to schedule that separately. It took like 3 minutes. I don't know why they couldn't have done that the last time I was there, but whatever. And then I went to go pay the rest of the deposit on my glasses, and the girl was like, oh, they're not in yet. And then after I left, she called me when I was getting ready to head back to my house, and she's like, your glasses came in. And I was like, of course they did, as soon as I left. So went back and got them, came home, got back on the heating pad, and then my mom came over because she is looking at a house and she wanted me to go with her. And I was like, oh, I didn't want to tell her that I like literally can't move and these painkillers are making me want to throw up, but I did it. We went and looked at the house. It's a fixer-upper. I don't know how she feels about it though. It's like a weird. They had this hallway where like it's like 8 doors all in one section, and I was like, "What is this? What's going on here?" Like it's 2 doors that like come to a weird point at the end of the hallway. It was weird. It had a nice yard for the dog. The fence was broken, but that was probably because of the hurricane. I think she was really excited to see it, but then like actually seeing it, she was like, eh. But it had potential. It just looks like whoever tried to fix it up just did kind of a sloppy job. But they did have a real big garage, and I was like, this is Wreath storage. This is all Wreath storage. And she was like, no. So is this the last one? Because I feel like, I don't know why this part always takes me so long. Okay, so I keep holding it up and looking at it, seeing if it looks still like a heart, and it doesn't, kinda, but it also doesn't kinda look like a swag. But I want the swag to be a teardrop, and then it comes down in a point. Not in a point like these heart is, like the awareness ribbon ones. Like, I think if I could do those again, I'd be very happy, but I just can't find them. So I'm gonna, you know, put all these ribbons in a bow. Why not? This is craft outlet. Oh, and look, it has a seam in it. Craft outlet, 6-inch tail, 6-inch loop. Cut it off. And again. And then I think I moved these over because I don't want these 2 stripes next to each other. Yep. See, I remember some stuff. It's so weird. I started doing these funky bows, and I said in another video I filmed that I don't think you guys have seen yet. Maybe you have. I'm looking at March right now, and it's February 3rd, so, Yeah, y'all have seen that on the 15th of February, the bow video, where I'm saying how much I love the funky bow, and it's like my favorite bow, and I keep making it, and now it is, whenever I film that, I don't know when I filmed that, it's like, maybe a week later, and I'm like, I already have a new favorite bow, which is the one I said in the bow video. I was like, I never use this, it's not me, and I've literally put it on every grapevine I've done. Alright, I think I'm going through making a smaller bow with 5-inch tails and loops. Just because I still at this point don't exactly know what I'm doing. And I do believe all these ribbons came from Craft Outlet, except for there's a blue one. You can see it right there, next to that one. That's from Michaels. It's got like a little lace on it. It's cute. Not as sturdy as I am normally used to, but I don't know that I would cut like ribbon tails out of it. Alright, throwing everything to the side where it remains to this day, and bringing this back in. Now, these bows, the top one and the bottom one ends up moving. In the final pictures, you'll be like, wait, why is it over there now? I moved the bottom one because it was like covering up too much of the sign, and the top one is, I think, too big because it makes the swag look off-centered. Like, it doesn't really look, you kind of lose the shape. But I was like, I'm just gonna leave this like it is. And here's my Cottontail Candy Company sign. I think this is from Walmart. I have some picks I'm like trying out, even though I know the ones I'm going to use. I want like fake candy to put in my Easter wreath so bad, but I can't find anything I like. Okay, I'm just like trying stuff out right now. Alright, so now my sign is stapled, and I'm going to get it in here. And the bottom bow is going to go more towards the bunny's tail eventually. I don't even think I get that on camera. It might be in the after show on Patreon, but I don't know, because I haven't edited that video yet because I'm literally dying. Yeah, I had trouble with this sign. I think it's because the sign was big, the frame is very thin, so there's not a lot of attachment points. So my pipe cleaners are like kind of stretched out to meet the metal frame underneath. And I'm pulling the mesh out around it. Making sure all those edges are dovetailed. I was watching a video the other day and somebody said, now when you make sure all your ribbon tails are, she meant dovetailed because that's what she was doing, but she called it something else, and I was like, what? I have never heard that before in my life, and I can't remember who it was or what it was, but I was like, that is fantastic, whatever it is. See, this is where I'm like, oh, the tails are kind of covering the sign, and you're not going to see that from far away, but like, up close, like when you get right on the wreath, I want you to be able to see it. So I just kind of trim those a little bit shorter. So when you're walking up to somebody's door, you're like, oh, okay, you can read the whole thing, but you wouldn't have been able to read anything from like, the driveway. And now I'm gluing in these picks. These are also from Craft Outlet. And of course the carrots. I mean, you gotta have the carrots. If I'm making a wreath and you're like, something's wrong with this, but you just keep going. I probably kept going on this because I'm assuming my back at the time was killing me, and I was like, let me just finish this. Please, God, let me finish this without passing out. But like, I know that ribbon at the bottom, the bow at the bottom is not working. But I think I don't really realize it until I get it up on the wall and I'm like, I gotta move that. Oh, look, I dropped all the stuff behind the table. I forgot I did that. And now we're back to dovetailing or fishtail. What did she say? Fishtail? I don't know what she said. It wasn't tailing anything though. I was like, wait, what are you doing? Alright, Adam, wrap it up. Come on. It's good. It's fluffed. Okay, so I think that's about it. Of course, you're going to see the after pictures when it's hanging outside, and it looks a little bit different, but not the same. All in all, is this a swag? No. Kinda. Maybe, but it's just really a pointy wreath, you know? The bottom doesn't get narrow enough for it to be a swag. For me. To have that swag shape. But it's something different, and everybody always wants something different, so if you can find these, try it out. I don't like the way the pipe cleaners look on the back, but nobody's looking at the back of your wreath when it's hanging on your door. So see, the bow is moved just a little bit. So thank you guys for watching. I'm going to get into bed and maybe never get out again. I don't know. Links are down in the description, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.